If it's time for any other seasonal maintenance, we've got you covered with the most award-winning service around. You'll see why Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care is the locals' favorite for tires and automotive repair. Jack Furrier Tire and Auto Care. Since 1960, we're here to get you there.
Wildcat Nation.
Are you ready?
Touchdown, Arizona. Gunnar Maldonado. Noah straight back to throw. Got him in. Hot. Touchdown, Arizona. He's sacked by Jacob Manu. And it's picked off. Trayton Stukes. Nobody close to Tetaroa McMillan.
Let's go. Air down, Cats. Our Window Depot coverage of U of A football continues. The Meridian Wealth Management Arizona Game Day pregame show is brought to you by Meridian Wealth Management. Wealth well managed, life well lived. We're getting closer to kickoff for today's Arizona football game. This is Wildcats Radio 1290.
No, you have 3 tight ends in now. You've got Miller, Tharp, and Conyers, and they all come to the right side.
Oh, wow.
Morton is under center, and he pitches it to Brooks, and Brooks jumps over a defender into the end zone. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
Taj Brooks, that's a guy that the Wildcats are going to have all eyes on tonight here at Arizona Stadium. The senior 4-year letter winner for Texas Tech, who is creeping up their all-time rushing record books. He'll wear number 28, so keep an eye on him as we take a look at this opponent that the Wildcats will get here tonight. The Red Raiders, who come in with back-to-back wins in the Big 12 Conference, although over teams that are not expected to place very high in the conference in Arizona State and Cincinnati. But what a complete back Taj Brooks is. Let's hear from his head coach, Joey McGuire, on what he means to this Red Raider team.
Taj vision, and there's backs that have vision, but I've never been around a guy that can be that patient and then all of a sudden go 0 to 60 like that. I mean, he's so explosive. He's so explosive off his cuts, or so explosive wherever he's, shaking or making a move, and then it's 0 to 60. And the thing that so many people, man, I don't know how you tackle him. He's got such great balance, and his thighs are so big, so if you're hitting him low, a lot of times you'll bounce off of him, and then if you tackle him high, you're for sure going to bounce off of him. He's got great vision, and man, I keep telling these NFL scouts, the Colts were in here yesterday and today, and I'm like, guys, I don't know who you take over him. You can keep talking about long speed with different backs and everything, but a total back, I mean, there's one play, that number 11, their linebacker is a dude, and he's very physical, and there's one play he is coming on a blitz, and Taj hits him right in the mouth. Every other back like that is going to get blown up, or they're going to cut the guy, and Taj stoned him right there in the hole. There's another time that they brought 2 backers, and it was kind of delayed. Taj got the first one and then got a hand on the second one. It wasn't even his guy on the hand on the second one. I mean, everything he does is just, I don't know who as a total back is better than Taj Brooks in college football. And you can keep saying long speed, and he just keeps ripping off big plays after big plays. And I'm not trading him for anybody. I'll tell you that. That everybody else can have whoever they want in their first pick. I'm taking Taj Brooks.
That's the head coach, Joey McGuire, talking up his guy. We heard that term, stoning him, again. And we were talking earlier about our running backs and picking up those key blitzers. And this is a guy that can not only run it, but he can block it in the pass protection. 1,500 yards rushing, 10 touchdowns last year for this club, already 500 yards this season and 4 scores. And he missed the game. He missed the only game they lost, and that was the game to Washington State earlier in the year. Anytime you have a guy that you can give him the ball 26 times, and you can hear the buses coming in behind us, and if you hear the police motorcade, the Wildcats are arriving here for the Wildcat Walk, which will take place here momentarily. But Taj Brooks, you think this team throws the ball, but they can run it.
Yeah, absolutely. He sounds like a complete back because you can take the blitz, you can stone the blitz. He used the word stoned. And that's what we use around here.
Yes,
Is that what you got to do?
Right.
Kelvin knows exactly what that is, because that's what
Right.
he was the stone.
Yes,
He was the stoner. So we're gonna have it. We're gonna have our hands full tonight. But we got to gang tackle this guy. We got to have at least 8 hats on him when he carries the ball. We got to get people to the ball and really punish this guy.
I mean, Glenn said it. I mean, you have to get hats on the ball, but I also believe that the offense has to stay on the field and keep this guy off the field. I think we need to get up a little bit so that takes away the run. That forces them to get into that pass game where they really want to be anyway. So if you get up on these guys a touchdown or 10 points or something, now it forces these guys to play comeback football, and now they start throwing the ball all over the place. But if they get that running game going, it's going to be a tough night. He's about 10 to 15 pounds bigger than our linebackers.
Well, normally you wouldn't hear Arizona's offensive coordinator talking about somebody on the other team's offense. He's focused, obviously, on Texas Tech's defense, but he spoke this week about what it means when you have a running back like a Taj Brooks, and he brought a very familiar storyline to the table.
I'm a little old school. Like I said, when Trung was here, I mean, I want to give Trung the ball every single time unless the ball's inside the five-yard line when we're going to give the ball to Kelvin Nifon. And Trung used to be so mad that he'd run the ball all the way down to the 5 when we take him out. I'm like, Trung, we're not going to let you take that shot. You're not 210, 215, 200. You're not going to take that shot. So we'll give you the ball, and if you don't want Ifon to get the ball in the 5, then don't let him catch you, which he started doing, and run it all the way in. I prefer to have a guy that can go 20 or 30 carries, but you have to be a special guy to take that pounding on your body and be able to come back every week. That's the thing. Yeah, we'll give it to you 30 times if we're going to give it to you 12 times during the year like that. If we're going to give it to you 30 times and you have to sit out 2 weeks because of the pounding that we gave you for 20 times, that doesn't work for us. So if you have somebody body-wise that can take the pounding, yes, I'm all for that. We're more in a situation now where we're going to split our reps to keep our guys healthy so we can keep everybody with us throughout the season.
Well, and the Wildcats really have not had a guy like that maybe since Kadeem Carey, that you could give the ball to 25 to 30 pounds. But, again, hearkening back to your era there, Kelvin.
Yeah, no, Coach. Hey, and I got the ball in the field, Coach. Come on now. I wasn't just going. You'll get 500 yards just around the goal.
5-yard line, right.
But what Coach is saying, though, when you have a guy that you can get a ball to like that, man, it's tough for the defenses to figure out what exactly you're doing because you're not bringing guys in packages.
Yeah.
That guy is always on the field, so they don't know if you're running or you're passing, so it gives them an advantage. But at the same time, you said it yourself, the game that they lost was a game that he got knocked out. I mean, that he was injured and he can't be there. That's a huge part of your offense that's not there when a guy's not there 30 carries. How do you divvy that up between your young freshman running backs that are behind him? So, yeah, he's a great running back, and you love to have a guy like that you can depend on, especially on the road in the atmosphere that's probably going to be pretty crazy tonight here.
And as most people say, some backs aren't just built like that. They're just not built like that. I mean, this guy's built like that. He's taking the pounding, and we just got to get a little bit more hurt on him. That's what we have to do. We're gonna have to do that.
Joey McGuire is the head coach for the Texas Tech Red Raiders. He knows that he has got a quarterback on the other side who is very comparable in Noah Fida.
I mean, his stature and his movement reminds me a little bit of Kyler Murray, and if you watch him, I mean, that's how he extends plays. He chooses not to a lot of the times, but I think he can. He's a really good athlete, so he can run. He usually just gets the ball out before he has to take off running, and so it's going to be a test. I think the biggest thing is us keeping the ball in front of us and not giving them explosive plays and make them drive the field.
And their quarterback is a young man by the name of Baron Morton. And, guys, I just pulled his bio up on their game notes. Who does that look like right there? Johnny Football?
Oh, yeah.
Baron Morton?
Yeah.
Where's number 2? He's got his hands there. Absolutely, kind of doing the money sign. Baron, they call him the Red Baron there.
Not Johnny.
No, not Johnny. Not
Baron Morton, but
the Red Baron.